Hey, good afternoon, you guys. It's Thursday, September 16th, 2010. And I don't have a lot to talk about today. I was asked on Facebook by Banded Pan B23 to give a recipe, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. So this is kind of a video response, but I'm going to talk about some other stuff too, I guess. I'll do the recipe first, and then like my other jibber jabber will be at the end. So those of you who don't care about the jibber jabber, you don't have to listen to it. Okay, so the recipe that she asked for is what I started to make in my soft mushy food stage post-op. I do in fact still eat this. I like it that much. I still eat it. I don't make it real regular, but I do, and I have changed it a little bit. So here's what I did in my mushy food stage post-op, and I want to recommend this to people. I know I've talked about it before, but I'm going to re-recommend it because I know there's a lot of new post-op people out there who are in mushies right now. So listen up, guys. I got some good advice for you. Okay, so this is noodle-less lasagna is what I call it. Basically, it's lasagna minus noodles. There's no real recipe for this. It's kind of, you just do it as you want it. This is what I did. I have a small casserole dish that's about this big. It ended up being about 2 portions, so I would make it in this dish, and then I would eat out of the same thing twice. I just reheat it. So you can make it in any size dish you want. You can make a huge pan of it. You can make just a little cup of it. I've made it just a little cup too, but I like making it in kind of the casserole a little better because I think when you bake it, it bakes a little better. So all it is, I buy part skim ricotta cheese, which has got a good bit of protein in it for those of you who are interested. And so I layer that on the bottom. On top of that, I will layer some no sugar added pasta sauce. I like to buy like the cans of pasta sauce. I think they're pretty, like a tall can. I think the brand is Hunt's is what I buy, and they make a no sugar added. There's not a huge amount of difference between that and just a regular pasta sauce, like a regular marinara sauce. So my advice is to use whatever sauce you like to use. I find that the no sugar added tastes just as good. You can't tell a difference, that it's not sweetened up at all. It tastes plenty sweet to me, and my husband has said the same thing. That's what we use now. We don't buy anything else but that. It only saves maybe 2 or 3 grams of sugar per serving, and I don't ever use that much of it anyway, so it's not a huge savings, but I guess, you know, every bit counts really. So, okay, so I layer the ricotta and then the pasta sauce, and then I just get some of like the Kraft little flip top shaker Parmesan cheese. It's like the grated up Parmesan cheese. So I shake some Parmesan cheese on top of that, just a nice thin layer. And then on top of that, I use 2% mozzarella cheese. But you can use whatever kind of cheese you like. I mean, if you like, you know, I don't know, Fontina or Provel or Provolone or whatever kind of cheese you're into. I mean, they make those good Italian cheese blends and all kinds of stuff you can buy. So whatever cheese you like. I use mozzarella because I think it's more like towards the traditional lasagna thing. But, you know, whatever. It's your lasagna. Eat what you like. So then after you get to the mozzarella layer, do another layer. Start over with the ricotta, the pasta sauce, the Parmesan, and then more mozzarella. And just layer as much as you want. I mean, I do really thin layers so that I can get at least 2 layers of it in there. I find at least 2 layers works better than just 1, and I'll explain why. Once you get it all put together, you stop with the mozzarella layer. Make sure you have a nice, pretty good layer of cheese on top of it. And each layer of the mozzarella needs to be pretty good, because when you put it, you're going to bake it. You're going to put it either in a toaster oven or in just a regular oven and bake it. As the cheese starts to melt, it kind of like creates like a solid layer, so that when you can actually like take a spoon or a fork and kind of cut into it like a regular lasagna. But you have to have a good layer of cheese or else it's not going to work that way. So yeah, you need a good layer of cheese. And I like to do mine in the toaster oven because my husband, he doesn't really eat this with me. It's more just kind of my thing. He's had it before, but I think it's a little too boring for him. I don't know what it is, but so I just make a small casserole of it for myself, and I put it in the toaster oven. And once I get it baked as much as I want, there's no time limit on it. It's just you want it heated through. You want all the layers to melt and kind of have time to mesh together, I guess, you know. And then I like to turn the broiler on so that the top layer gets nice and brown and bubbly, and I think it kind of creates almost like a crust on it so that you can really kind of cut into it. And I have to tell you guys, when I started doing this, I don't know what week it was. I have a bad memory with like what week things were in. It was probably like week 4 or so post-op. But whenever I was in the mushies, I did almost like the whole week. I think I had mushies for 2 weeks. So I did a whole week without it, and then I kind of came up with the idea to do it. And then I was eating it all the time, because what I found is that it was something that was really savory to me tasting, and everything until that point had been so like bland and either bland or sweet tasting. I hadn't had anything that was like just really savory and tasted like real food. And so this is something that you can have that tastes like eating real food. And I'm not gonna lie, I still eat it. You know, I'm almost 12 weeks out. I'll be 12 weeks out on Monday, and I still eat it. The only thing that I've changed to it is now that I can eat ground turkey, I will brown ground turkey and put it in there because it's a little more substantial that way. But when you're in the mushy foods, trust me, you guys will like it. I think, you know, give it a whirl. Play around with it. See how you liked. If you like more ricotta, add more ricotta cheese. If you like less of that, then add less of that. It really doesn't matter. Just make sure you're checking all the sugars on everything, and that you have some idea of what the portion size is. I measured everything when I made it in my casserole the first time, and it ended up making a whole cup worth of like total. So I actually initially had to eat like 3 times out of it, but now I can eat about a half a cup at a time, so I can eat about half of that. But, you know, Pam, there's really not a recipe. It's just throwing it all together, putting it in the oven and baking it. I have done just an individual portion in a small bowl and put it in the microwave. I don't care for it as much that way. I like when the cheese on top gets brown and bubbly, and it's worth the extra time to do it that way. And trust me, you'll really feel like you're eating more like a regular meal rather than pulling it out of the microwave, even though it is easier to do it that way. So yeah, that's the no noodle lasagna, noodleless lasagna. So you guys need to try it. Those of you who are on mushies, let me know what you think. Did you like it? Is it helping? Because to me it was such a huge help, and it like really put me over the edge in getting through the kind of difficult time between the mushy stage and like when you start to get real food again. Okay, so I guess that's the end of the recipe. It's not even a recipe, it's just whatever. So the random talk, I guess I just wanted to talk about the ongoing difficulty of everyday post-op gastric bypass life. You get kind of in a routine. I mean, I'm in a routine now where I know what I'm supposed to do, and I know how much I'm supposed to have, and I know when I take my vitamins. It's just becoming a lot more routine now, but the getting in of fluid and protein is a daily struggle. It's difficult every day. I try to do a half a bottle of Isopure every day, which is 10 ounces, so it's not a big deal to drink it. It gets me 20 grams. I try to supplement that with eating, so I try to get everything out, all my other protein from food, which is challenging. So there's days that I have to have more Isopure than others, and there's days that I just straight up don't hit my protein goal. And there's days I don't hit my fluid goal. It seems like I'm discovering that in order for me to hit my fluid every day, I have to constantly have a glass of water sitting here at this desk with me. I have to always have something to drink, and I have to be constantly drinking. Every time that I stop work for any reason, every time I take a break from a sentence, I need to be drinking. It's like so time consuming to get this fluid in. And I guess I want to talk about it because, you know, I don't mention a lot about the struggles with this after this surgery. I don't talk about it a lot because I feel like I'm handling it fine. I'm not having, you know, more days. Like, it's not like I have most days where I don't hit my goals. Most days I hit my goals. There's the occasional time. Yesterday was one in the middle of the week where I just couldn't hit my fluid. I just couldn't do it. It's amazing to me how different days, some days it seems so easy to do everything right, and then some days it's like a struggle to even just drink anything, let alone protein. So I guess it's something I wanted to just mention, so that I'm keeping it real, that it is challenging, and I want people who are pre-op still to keep all this in mind. I don't want to scare anybody away from making this decision, because it's, you know, it's definitely been the best decision I've ever made to do it, and I feel so blessed still, that I think I will always feel blessed that I was given this opportunity. And I'm working hard at it. I work hard at it every day. But some days it's really tiring, you guys. It's really, really tiring. And it's just like, you don't want to have to do it. You know, like, there's days I watch my husband and I just get so jealous. Like, he sits down and he can just gulp down 24 ounces of water like it's nothing. And it's like, it takes me a freaking hour to drink that much, you know? It's challenging. But I guess what we have to do is keep enduring, and you have to understand you can't be perfect. It's never perfect. You're never perfect. I'm never perfect anyway. If anybody out there is perfect with their protein and their fluid, God bless you, because I don't know how you do it every single day. I mean, more days than not I do, but it seems like at least once a week I have a day where it's just like, my body says, enough. I do not want anything to drink today. So it can be challenging. So anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I know it's kind of like a rant, kind of like I don't know. I guess I just don't have a lot to say today. So I hope you guys enjoy the no noodle lasagna. I guess the thing with the lasagna for me is pasta is not my friend after surgery. And anybody who's a pasta eater pre-op, you need to be aware of that you may not be able to eat it much. I've tried it several different times, several different ways, and it just flat out does not like me. My pouch does not appreciate the pasta at all. Doesn't matter if it's whole wheat, doesn't matter what it is. It's just, it doesn't want it. Every time that I've tried it, I get so uncomfortably like nauseous from it. So I am at this point staying away from pasta. A bite or two is not a big deal, but it's definitely not what I want for a meal. And that's something that's my husband is having a hard time with, because we used to have pasta all the time. That was like our go-to meal when we were running short on time. Pasta. Pasta's fast. It's easy. There's good sauces, you know, that are readily available to buy. You don't have to make them. But now we're going to have to find a new go-to meal, because I can't do it anymore. It's just, it's not good. It's very uncomfortable. So be aware of that, you guys. Pasta might not be your friend after surgery. Okay, I'm done talking. Have a great day. Bye.